guys, my name is Corazon Kwamboka, and for today's vlog I'm doing something a little different. So you all know that I'm a workout enthusiast. Not really, but I try. And today I came to Karura to take a walk with a very good friend of mine, and we've talked about, it's someone that I know really well, and we usually talk about so many issues that affect women, that affect people. She's just that kind of person that she's so easy to talk to. And so for today's vlog, as we're working out, we're going to talk about life, we're going to talk about transition, regaining your confidence after a breakup or after a traumatic experience, or just regaining your confidence after a change. Hi Yvonne.
Hi. How are you, my darling?
Mwah.
Hi guys, how are you? My name is Yvonne Dark. I am a Kenyan singer, songwriter, performing artist, businesswoman, among many other things. But what's important is today we've come together so that we can catch up as women, talk about, or rather talk
Life.
to you about life, and of course, most importantly, take a workout. You know,
Yeah.
it's good to stay healthy. It's
Stay
important.
healthy, stay. And we're actually wearing Genio.
Yes.
She's on Genio.
Look at that.
And
I am a Genio fanatic, guys. I don't wear anything else but Genio.
But
And I
Genio.
think you've seen in my pages and my posts, I am a Genio head.
Yes.
I do my workouts in Genio. So
where do you like Genio?
because one, it's affordable. Two, it's quality. It does not wear out. And three, it works amazingly. It's high waist for the mamas like me who don't like showing the bottom of our bellies because it's a rough road after pregnancy. But you know, we still gotta look fly and sexy as we work out. All right.
So-
Real life, real women, real
Real life,
bodies.
real women, real bodies.
Yes.
And anyway, you guys, she's a Kenyan singer. I'm sure some of you already know her, but tutaka YouTube yake hapa chini. You go watch her songs. Because I mean, I like that. Johnny Papa.
Fearless.
And I was even asking some French guy, what's Johnny Papa? He told me it's,
I'm not
I'm not
afraid.
scared.
Yes,
I'm not
exactly,
afraid.
Exactly.
and we're not afraid. So what we're going to do is we're going to do simple leg workouts. If you're a mom and you're busy, you can do this at home. If you don't have time to go to the gym, these are very simple body weight workouts.
Yep. And I think that everybody, before you become a mom, the moment you get out of school, just stay fit because you're going to need it in the long run. And you don't want to start working out when you have already given birth. You want to start beforehand because your body will have muscle memory and it's
And bounce
healthy and
back
it's good
is
for you.
easier.
And you know, women, we love leg day because it works out the shebang. All right.
Let's go.
Oh, what did we say we're going to do for the last? Go sideways. 1, 2.
Yvonne, I can't.
Hold me.
Okay, go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. The other side. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. You have to do 4 sets.
Yes.
Yeah, 4 sets of those.
10,
forward.
10 to 15.
Yeah. We're just doing a quick one to show you.
Yes.
Right, so now we're going to do your abs. So 10.
We run or we?
Which one do you think works out more? The running.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I think for mountain climbers, if you're not super fit, cardiovascular wise, you can just do this.
Yeah, slowly as you pick up your pace with time. Practice makes perfect.
Yeah, and just make sure that you feel the muscle.
Yeah.
Like be one with the muscle. So if you know you're working out your lower core,
Yeah.
make sure you're feeling that pressure there.
Which is the last one? The bench press?
Yeah, but it's not.
Is it? No, it's not.
We can just do bench press.
Okay.
Bench press is more legs and.
So you can either have your legs straight
Or like this.
bent. So we're gonna do both. Okay.
You do that. And I'll do this.
Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's just say that's cycle 1. Now,
Do it 4 times.
yeah, but then also take 1 minute break in between and drink loads of water. Always stay hydrated. That's it. That's not water, that's cafe. Cafe. So this acts as a pre-workout for me for the gym.
Really?
I use it every time before I go to the gym. I take it 30 minutes before I go to the gym. By the time I hit the gym, my energy is up and I am ready to rumble. So there you go.
Let me try.
I use a natural
love
pre-workout.
a natural pre-workout, and I love dark coffee. Dark
thank
coffee.
you.
Dark cafe.
Yes, Dark Cafe. It's actually NND Cafe is the
really?
mother company, and then Dark Cafe is just a brand
Okay.
within, or rather it's a flavored brand within the segments of brands and flavors that we're going to be coming out with. We're starting of course with Kenya because this is home and motherland, and then from there we're diversifying it through the rest of Africa.
The rest of Africa?
Swapping flavors and tastes and just
Depending-
enriching it and making Africa the unity that it's supposed to be. Through business, you start somewhere. Right? You see, like Genio is quality worldwide. And for me,
I know.
I use Genio when I'm on the plane. I use it when I'm working out. I'm always wearing Genio.
In the supermarket.
Even going out to the club. I think I've shown you guys how to dress up my orange Genio outfit with the fur
with
jacket
the fur
and
coat and the
heels.
boots.
Yes.
Yeah, the heels.
I mean, you can wear it anywhere as long as you feel comfortable and sexy. That's what's important.
Yeah.
And guess what? Being a real woman doesn't mean that you have the perfect tummy, the perfect thighs, no stretch
No
marks.
cellulite.
Stop paying attention to the world of social media that's fake. Even those that have had surgery hide a lot of scars and take angles. Remember, there's angles to a
They
picture.
still take angles.
So
Yeah.
at the end
and
of the
filters.
day, yes. So I think that the important thing is at the end of the day, love yourself for who you are.
Love yourself.
Yeah. Things like good.
So, Yvonne, like, have you ever been in that situation where you needed, where it was like a big drastic change that made you feel like, you know, you're not enough, doubt yourself, feel very low, and how did you get over it?
Many times, relationship-wise, self-wise, through motherhood, career-wise, from the transition of motherhood to career-wise, age-wise. Let's not forget about age. Age comes and slaps us.
I'm telling you.
And I think it's just life lessons where you let no one lie to you that you can get over it overnight or that you can heal from it overnight. You can deal with it and take years to heal.
Months.
Months, years.
Years.
Some people it's days because it depends how you transition and how you live life. Even if you get over it in days, I still think that it's like you've just numb yourself
Yeah,
to it. But
and
there's still a
somewhere down
process.
the line it's going to hit
Hit
you.
you,
Like,
yeah.
and I realized, because even me when I had my baby, I all of a sudden realized that, okay, I am not who I used to be anymore. I am not free. I cannot get up and travel. I cannot do certain things. Like, it was just a big change. And I remember and that's what like causes even post-traumatic depression. Because I was just like, oh my God, how am I going to survive? And that time I didn't even have a nanny. So it was a huge change. I was constantly angry. I didn't understand. I had to like relearn myself and rediscover who I am, because I became
you had to forget everything you previously
I knew.
Yeah. And I think that's the problem, is that we're not taught these things.
We're not.
So we don't know where to start or where to end. We just find ourselves, you wake up one day and you're like, why am I so angry? Why am I always crying? Why is it just negativity that I feel I'm stuck in? How do I get out of it? And then you feel happy for 2 seconds, and then 3 seconds later you're back in that hole, and you're like, and I can second you on that motherhood journey when you first of all have newborns or just kids in general. The problem is the transition of nannies. Let me just tell you, that transition of nannies will never stop. It will continue for the rest of your life. You might have a nice nanny for 2-3 years, a few months, then you find
she's gone.
Umewabadilisha ama mtu amedecide harudi, anasema ameenda kuvote, harudi, amesema anaenda Christmas, harudi. Na hiyo kitu inasumbuanga mtu roho, because unasema heshimu tu, niambie tu hutaki kazi, so I can figure my shit out.
I know. Why do they do that?
To be honest, crazy. I don't know. And then there are the same people who cry, we need work, but then when they have work, they can't be realistic and say, maybe this is communication, guys. People don't communicate, and that's a thing we have to stop with this generation of ours. Kama unapenda kitu sema, kama upendi communicate.
Kwa sababu sometimes you fail to say because you maybe umeona kakitu ni mbaya, maybe ile ugali yenye unatakanga haiko. And then you decide to leave a good person.
Alafu baadaye unaenda kuregret 2 months later. Naweza rudi kazi, you're like, hai, kwani sasa mimi nimekuwa banki ya makazi.
And speaking of nannies, let me tell you my experience with one. My first nanny, because initially with my firstborn, I never had a nanny for a very long time. I used to have like ladies who could come clean on like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then they go. So I basically just raised him myself, and that's why like my bond with him is really strong. So when we finally moved, because I was living in Westi, when we went to Imaradaima, I then got a nanny for the first time, someone that was good. She would tell me like when she sees me with the baby, she would be like, "Leta nimweke alale." I depended on her. I loved her. I used to give her like even on a random day, "Oh, go buy chicken for your kids," because she was still a day nanny. Imagine one day, she just decides harudi. I'm calling her. And I used to love that lady. I used to like drinking. Nampatia wine. Me, I was spoiling because she was my first nanny.
Not even just your first nanny. I think it's an experience that it's hard to stop, because mtu sio prisoner yako. You can't treat them like they're in prison. So and it depends who you are as a person. And if you're a loving and caring person, you'll always be nice. Now they take that niceness for granted. And me, I told myself, you know what? Siwezi jibadilisha juu ya mtu, juu ya binadamu. Wacha ikae. Kama mtu sio mzuri, Mungu atamweka nje. It's for my own benefit, because either I'm depending on this person too much, or this person down the line is going to mess me up. So let her just bounce before it gets worse. That's what I always say to console myself, because that's also depressing. Unajua umejipanga schedule, I have these flights, I have to go work, I have to do this. Alafu mtu amedecide harudi.
Kwanza mimi that day she decided she doesn't come. She didn't want to come, and I had a photo shoot for Genio.
Oh my god.
So but luckily Frankie was in the house, so Frankie stayed with the kids. I was just like, I cried. Do you know I cried? I was like, what did I do?
I can understand.
That was but nowadays I'm a gangster. Like,
no, and that's the thing. Even till today, I have nannies where women are off, they're supposed to come back if it's the weekend. I like to give them their space to go off. So if I know on Sunday I'm going to be busy, I give them on Saturday, or they go on Friday, come back Saturday. Unapata mtu ajerudi jioni, uko na show, unaanza kutingisha kichwa. You're starting to spin 360. You're like, what am I going to do with these children? Because I can't leave them unattended. Hapo njo pesa sasa, I have to go and make my money to take care of them.
Probably you've taken a deposit already.
So you can't even cancel, because guess what? The worst thing is this: your fans will never understand your own personal things. Even if it's not you who's done wrong, let's say the place hasn't paid you and you cancel, your fans will still take it out on you and not the venue, because they don't know any better. They don't know what the situation is, and because they love you so much, they've also gone out of their way to come and see you.
Probably paid for tickets and everything.
And you don't know where they're coming from. So it's hectic, and that's why we always say, you know what? Don't get too attached.
Never. But is it something that you choose whether to get attached or not?
No, you don't. But then the thing is, as you get used to more and more nannies, be realistic with yourself and say, hata kama mtu ni mzuri na atanidanganya kwa akili, nianze kumpenda zaidi, just keep reminding yourself, because the times you're like, oh my god, she's so good, she cooked this and this, and then your man's looking at you like, here we go down the slope again. It's like last time. You'll become attached, she'll screw you over, you'll become depressed. Then now we have to start looking for another one.
Yeah.
And you're like, what's the pattern? But all I can say is there's no pattern with nannies.
There's no pattern. And some people are lucky because I have friends who've had like one nanny
for years.
Like 12 years. Some even have nannies back as they've become family wameishi now for 20 years.
But that's the thing. Back then, I feel like
the nannies back then
is different from back then.
Yeah.
I feel like nannies back then valued more their work.
They took like the families like
not only that, people watu waliheshima kazi zao zaidi back then than now. I feel like now people are so much in this social media world of lies that they convince themselves I get better, and then 2 months later someone's calling you, please nikubali tu nirudi kazini, I'm so sorry,
and it's not even
and you're like, but I already have somebody else.
Yeah, and it's not even just nannies. It's just like everything.
Yeah. People don't have value for their work.
They don't care. They feel like they can always get better. But anyway, moving from the nanny side, there's also this transition of body transition.
Oh yes.
Like me,
oh my God.
I remember when I was pre-baby, my waist was 27, hips 47. I was curvy but nice. What just do you know? It took me so long, and the good thing is, I think working out really like boosts your confidence because you're doing something to benefit your body. So even if it's not like where you want it to be, you know that I can get there. I'm working towards it. So it gives you that confidence. Maybe it took me so long. It's just after my second baby, and after like, I don't know, like sort of like just recently, like the last 3-4 months, I started to feel very confident and comfortable with my body. I remember when I went to Madagascar and I took this picture with the with a red skirt, and I was like standing like this, and my belly was out, and I was like, wow, that actually looks nice. That's where my 2 babies
that is a real body. You have to accept it and love yourself, because guess what, huwezi kuwa na mwili. Okay, there are people who their genes are different. Good for them. But then now in this sense, when it's you, how do you love and accept yourself? You can touch on that because you've just recently gone through it.
Yes. So like for me, okay, it was a journey. It was a long journey of accepting and loving myself. Sometimes I would doubt myself. Sometimes you take a picture, you feel like, oh my God, should I edit it? Should I do this? And for me, it's not even about like just the baby. Even like for like acne,
the skin,
because I had
skin,
really
hair, everything.
Skin, hair, like
nails. Apparently, there are people who lose teeth. I thank God that has never happened to me.
With babies, I lost 2 teeth.
Wow.
Yeah, I lost 2 teeth with my with one with theta and one with, I don't know why, it's because I used to take my calcium.
No, it's not that. I just think that because the baby takes everything from you, that literally it doesn't matter. There are just some things that can't be replaced.
There are things that can't be replaced.
They become weaker with time.
Because
if I remember when I had my firstborn, who's going to be 14 in November. Wow, like that just hit me. I remember that my body was different. The one thing I didn't know was, one, the expectation of the tummy wrap. When you're told traditionally you have to tie your stomach. And I tried, but I didn't have somebody there to help me do it. So I didn't understand how to do it. Mara, it has to be a hot cloth. Mara, I don't know what. I would say focus on that because it does burn and help reduce the pressure. But at the end of the day, don't lie to yourself about stretch marks. There's nothing that works for stretch marks on this planet. Just hydrate your body. Because I remember I did not have one stretch mark till the last week. So I was like, ooh, my stomach is gonna go back. Wow. I just saw one big blue one morning. Then the next thing I just saw, the next day it went 3, 4, 5, 6, and I was like, to hell with this. My whole stomach was covered, and I'm like, then I became depressed. Then I became depressed. And then I was like, okay. Second was the lie about keeping my clothes. I wish I never did.
Keeping what clothes?
My clothes, my previous clothes before I was pregnant. Because I was a size 55. After I had my first one, I became a size 65. I mean, 55 in weight. Then I became 65. So I was a small, and then I became a medium.
Yes.
Actually, I became large, then became medium. Because obviously you add. My firstborn, I don't know why, but firstborns, you tend to be smaller. Secondborn, it's like your body takes longer to recover, and you reach a certain size. And this is why I said when we were working out. And that size stays and stays. Yes, and that's why I said when we were working out, that's why I said when we were working out, start working out from after school. When you're done with high school, college, university. Start early because your body will get back faster. Because what happens, you stretch. Of course, you stretch, you add weight, your thighs get bigger. Your hips, you now get hips because you've pushed a child out.
Yes.
Okay, that's for mothers who push.
Yes.
Others who don't, who get C-sections, most of the time they don't change down here on their hips and stuff. Unless it's grown during pregnancy.
But,
Just but in general, because your hips really burst out because of pushing.
Yeah.
And so I would advise, 1, stop lying to yourself about a size. 2, stop lying to yourself about stretch marks. 3, just love yourself as you are and keep going.
Yourself.
Because the thing is, you've denied yourself the love because you're like, I'm going to bounce back to my size small. Never. And if you are, there are women who stay like...
manage to bounce back, even become smaller.
Yeah. Well, good. You're lucky. You're the lucky ones.
Your
but
genes are good.
For the rest, if you want to get back to the gym and to work out and to get back to a body that you will love, which is more toned, 1, it takes time. It takes time to get a transition. You will notice a big difference after a year. Let me not lie to you.
Really?
Yes, because I feel like you've been working out. That's why you see the transition because of muscle memory.
Do I see the transition? I'm the same.
You end up becoming toned faster because that's why we said work out from the beginning.
From the beginning,
because your muscle memory. But then if you're working out for the first time after you've given birth, you're like, oh my God, I want that summer body in 6 months.
Will not
Stop
come.
lying to you. First of all, the first year is when you'll see a transition, a change that is noticeable. Not the too small tightens here. You'll be like, oh my God, my body has changed. Secondly, you will weigh more because your muscles become heavier. So
don't look at the scale.
So don't look at the scale because you become depressed. Third, most importantly, find a trainer you can work with where you'll start light and gradually grow. Not someone who will kill you the first day of gym and you'll never go back. I feel like that's the problem.
Yeah.
That happened to me for years. Where I would go to the gym, the trainer will kill me. The next day I can't walk. I'm like, to hell with this shit. I tried for a week to hell. So with time, gradually I learned with my hubby, for us, my husband, we train ourselves
together.
And we work out together.
Yeah.
And we transition and change with time.
And
let me tell you, find a workout buddy if you're somebody who needs that extra push, who needs to be thrown out of bed in the morning.
Yeah.
Because again, before you become addicted to the gym,
it takes
because of loving the results, and also because it's a mind escape. Let's talk about that.
It's such a mind.
What does the gym is therapy? Before you learn that the gym is therapy, you go through a transition. Please tell me about the therapy of gym because of Genio, you know?
Yeah, so first of all, you know how I started gym? I started gym after my breakup before the last one. So during that time, I was like also going through, of course, some change. And I just started to work out and that's how but can I tell you the truth? That was in 2019 and until now, I still slack. It's always up and down. There's moments where like 2 months consistently I'm in the gym like 4 times a week. And then like now, for the last 2 months, I haven't gone to the gym.
I'm not going to lie to you. That was me last month. I just started the gym this week after a month break. And I've had to start from... I was squatting probably 80. I've had to go to...
20.
No, I've had to go to 50.
Oh, so
I've had to cut almost half because my muscles are just not having it.
Yeah. Because
nothing is
a long
having,
break. Yeah.
And there is muscle memory, but listen, first week of gym, whether you're starting out for the first time or after a break,
it's hard.
It's
a challenge. So you just have to keep pushing yourself, push yourself. And if you feel like this week I don't want to go to the gym and you really, really can't find it in you to go, don't beat yourself up. The next week, wake up, go to the gym, work out. And it just makes you, I feel like gym just makes you love your body. Because that's mimi watu wananiambia, umeenda gym bado uko na tumbo. Some people tell me, are you still pregnant? Sijui nini, all these things. But mimi siku hizi, it doesn't touch me. And I think that also comes with age. Because before, when I was younger, I had the bombest body. But then I had so many insecurities. But sai, sinanga insecurity. Yani sina. Anyone can tell me anything. I don't care.
Can I add on to that growth that you have? That's because you've realized that there's a thin line between love and hate. And that haters are actually your greatest admirers. They just can't accept their own self-issues. So they decide to pick on you and take out their insecurities on you, hoping that they could get drunk on you for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then eventually it wears out and they're back to zero.
Yeah.
And looking for the next prey. Or you again through a different post. But you see that growth is what you're trying to tell people on being real women and real talk is that it takes time.
It takes time.
Anything, whether it's your body transition, your healing, And the gym is therapeutic because let me tell you, when I'm mad is when I work out the best in the gym.
And then afterwards you feel like you're really happy. So guys, we just want to wind up, and I know there's a lot that you guys would like to talk about, but we can't cover everything in this small sit down with the gym and everything. So I will definitely bring Yvonne back, and if you have anything that you want us to talk about, please just write it in the comments, and then we'll just go through and answer. Yvonne,
I think, definitely, because I think today we've just talked in general
about life.
About life, and I think the point of what the transition was the message here is be patient with yourself.
Be patient.
Learn to love yourself, to truly love yourself, because when someone asks you, do you love yourself? You're like, yes, I do, but then you don't really.
Yeah.
Loving yourself means no beating yourself up. You're
accepting
not a robot.
all your flaws.
Yes, you're not a robot. If you don't feel like going to the gym like she said today, you want to go after a month, whatever it is, just deal with your own timetable instead of dealing with somebody else's. That's when you start to love yourself. So the point of this topic of transition, as short as it was, is learning to love you for who you are, and then life's lessons will teach you. And I think we'll talk about more on the next topic in more detail. But yes, I am here, and anytime, Corazon, call me. I'm there for you always and forever, and I'm also there for anybody in the comment section. I'll answer you the best way I can. And sending you guys loads of love, and stay positive. So all moms out there, we're wishing you the best. If you have that fupa, you love it. This thing is sexy. Yes.
It's sexy. And even if you're going to the gym and it's not going away, men
love
and
cellulites. They love fupas.
At least real men.
Yes, because I've realized this body issue is just between women. With
Men
each
don't
other.
care.
Women will be like, oh my God, you have it. But men don't care. They love that fupa. They love those cellulites. They love those thick thighs. They love you the way you are. It's us. In fact, this problem is between women. And that's why we've come here on Corazon's show to be real women about real situations.
Yeah, real situations. So, Jipende, we wish you the best. Whatever stage in life you are, if you're in a good place, if you're in a bad place, if you're transitioning, we are sending you lots of love, and we are here for you. Hit me on my DM if you have any question for me, and also I'm going to put Yvonne's Instagram so you can also reach out to her if you need anything to talk about.
Exactly, and whether you're a mom or not, we're here for you, because we've been before moms.
We've been before moms and
now
moms.
Yeah. I don't think there's a timeline with moms. Moms is forever.
Moms is forever.
I was about to say, and after moms, no. I'm like, no, there's no after.
There's no after moms. Moms is forever.
Bye,
guys. Bye.
We need to continue with our workout.
Sawa.
We're not done.
We have 4 kilometers to go.